52.
The following program is furnished by Real Estate Talk and is responsible for its content. It's time for Real Estate Talk with host Willie Lambright, the only show in Dallas that covers every subject surrounding real estate, from agents to contractors, mortgage companies to pets care providers. If you own a home or have a goal to buy one, this is the show for you to learn the basics. Let's welcome Willie Lambright and his Real Estate Talk experts.
Welcome, friend, to the second hour of Real Estate Talk. Man, have I got an hour for you. I'm your host, Willie Lambright, and I say it all the time. Real estate changes people's lives to the good. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And this hour is brought to you by Floors to Go. We're going to call it the Floors to Go Texas Show. And we'll call it Floor Talk. Our friends over in Haltom City. That's right, huh, Therrell?
Haltom City.
Therrell Williams is a guy that you should get to know, and you will know here as we're going to be each Saturday night from 7 to 8 on the great 570 KLIF. Welcome to the studio, Therrell Williams. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much, Willie, for having us here.
Yeah, we did a lot of preparation and getting this show up and ramped. For the next year, we're going to be here telling people about all the wonderful products you have. And Therrell, I got to tell you, in preparation for this, the one thing that you and I agreed on is people do business with people. And you're a big shake hands, eyeball to eyeball, build relationships guys. And for our listener that stays with us, this will really open your eyes over time. So our friends at Floors to Go in Haltom City, I want you to reach out to them. If anything you like during this hour when it comes to flooring, do not go to the box stores. I'll tell you, we can better your deal. 817-710-730. Again, 817-710-730. Whew, Therrell. We got through that introduction, right?
Willie, you did really good. That was a mouthful. I'm not sure I could do all that.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you, how long has the company been at this? I went out and met with you the other day, and I personally have been through some of these box stores and looked at their display they have. You guys blow them out of the water, right? And you have so many products that there's so many different gestures of how you apply and put those products in for the do-it-yourself or homeowner. Man, I don't know why they wouldn't call you. So I got to witness that. And so tell me how long that shop has been going for.
Well, I started my company 14. We just finished 14 years in business. Wow. And, when I started it 14 years ago, my goal was really to help educate people and teach people. There are a lot of good flooring people out there, but there are a lot of people that don't really service a customer and client and tell them everything they need to know. And they don't ask enough questions of tell me about your project, what's in your project, how many people live in the house, is it residential, is it commercial, things like that. And so I've been in this industry over 40 years and been able to talk to a lot of people and find out what they need. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of how we began.
Yeah, one thing Therrell likes to say is there's not a stupid question.
There isn't one. By the way, my friend Dana Beasley, I was wondering if you had any twin sisters that I could hire.
No.
Just for the record.
No,
because
sorry.
You keep everything put together, right?
Try to.
Yeah.
Therrell's a hard job to keep where he needs to be, but we do a good job of keeping him on track.
Yeah.
There's not a better teacher than Therrell. He likes to have people educated on how to do things.
I tell you, when I first met Therrell, the one thing that stood out to me about him is that he is an educator. And he is very articulate in how he tells a story.
Absolutely.
And to me, I own a company that flips properties, right? And so many times I went, well, I'm going to go to the second and surplus, or I'm going to go do this. And I got a little bit of this glue, and I got a little bit of this tile, and I got a little bit of this overstock. and I thought I was getting in the right direction. And really what it created for me as a flipper was a big bird's nest.
How'd that work out for you?
Not very good. Not very good. So when I met Thurl, I said, man, if I could ever get him on the radio program, there's a lot of people that are confused when they go to a box store. And this is a very important aspect of their life when you're a do-it-yourselfer, whether it be carpet, hardwood floors, whatever the case may be. Heck, Dana, I was over in his store the other day, and he was telling me about, hey, here's 13 hardwood floors, and as an example, tell me which one is not real wood. And I couldn't do it, so he shows me the one. He said, you know why this is the hottest thing on the market today? He pulls out a quarter, starts scratching the heck out of it, right? This wipes off. And I couldn't tell hardwood from, whatever that product was.
Brazilian floor.
And a lot of people would love something like that in their home. And when you go to a box store, a lot of times, hey, this is what's on sale. Hey, this person is also working the bolt counter on the other side of the store, and they'll tell you what they know. Mm-hmm. You really get good information with Thurl. Let me remind our listener, we are honored and delighted you're joining us here this Saturday night, 817-710-730. This is who I want you to call whenever you're in the market for carpet, hardwood floors, laminate, countertops. Am I carrying the list right, Thurl?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want you to call my buddy Thurl, 817-710-30 or 7030. Now, carry on about we've been in business 14 years.
Yes, sir. What we try to do is we strive to do the best we can for the customer. And what I mean by that is we're a company that's fully insured with general liability and also workman's comp. A lot of people don't realize that there are subcontractors coming into their house today that might not have insurance. Mm-hmm. I'm not in the insurance business, so I don't totally understand it. I just know that I've got to have it in case something goes wrong.
Got you.
And so we want to make sure that nothing happens to the homeowner. We want to protect the homeowner. For those who are wise about insurance, we can actually make the homeowner the additional insured on the policy. We do that in commercial construction all the time.
I got to tell you, whenever I was flipping houses, my contractor, I made them put me as the additional insured on their policy. It is so important. And you're saying when you go and do an installation, why to buy?
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, we if the homeowner wants us to do that, we can certainly do that. We're going to be insured whether we put their name on there or not. But it makes a homeowner feel more comfortable that they are the additional insured, and so it's not any extra cost or anything like that. It's just an extra little detail service, and that's why we stand out above the crowd in our offerings when people actually come to see us and find out what all that we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not only that. Our guys that go out and do the jobs, 3 or 4 years later, they're still working for us, and people will ask, will you send out the same crew? Because I liked them. They did a great job, and they're still with us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Our friends over at Floors to Go, this hour is Floors to Go Texas Show. We're going to continually each Saturday night call it Floor Talk. You should write this down. We'll be on 570 from 7 to 8 o'clock each Saturday night, where you can be educated on where to go. Our friends at Floors to Go, Mr. Thurl Williams, 817-710-730. Now, Thurl, I'm getting ready to come to break here. And this hour is really about getting to know your shop. And then as we go further in our radio programs, we'll pick topics and get very in-depth about, carpet glue is better than the others, whatever the case may be. But when we come back, you have some of the biggest distributors in the country backing you. And I noticed down here, Shaw Carpets is one of them, right?
Shaw Industries.
Shaw Industries, okay? I'm learning as I go, myself and my listener. But you have some of the biggest distributors backing you over that 14 years to start to pass that savings on to the homeowner. This is a great show. When we come back, are we going to talk about Shaw Industries?
Certainly.
Yeah.
Certainly. We certainly can. And they're actually a manufacturer, and we do buy directly from them. So, we can compete with all these people that say buy direct and save. That's exactly what we do. And we'll tell you why we're able to do that better than most individual companies.
I want you, our listener, if you are in the market for carpet for your new home, write this number down, 817-710-730. Again, 817-710-730. I heard a commercial the other day, and I want to challenge our listeners to go get get two bids from two box stores about your carpet, and then call Thurl, and I guarantee you'll be pleasantly surprised. Stick around, friend. When we come back, we'll talk about Shaw Industries. You know it. We'll be back in a Willie Skosh.
If you're not satisfied with your new carpet or hardwood surface flooring within 60 days after installation, they'll tear it up and replace it for free, including labor. That's a bold claim from Floors to Go, Fort Worth's premier floor covering showplace. Floors to Go founder, Fort Worth native Thurl Williams, reflects on 30 years in the flooring business.
There's not a problem we haven't seen. There's not a question we can't answer about flooring.
Floors to Go sells and installs the high-quality brand names you know and trust in hardwoods, exotic wood, stone, tile, and carpet. From names like Shaw, Armstrong, Mohawk, and Bruce. They offer in-home free estimates and interest-free financing. Thurl knows that purchasing a floor is no small matter.
We want you to fully understand what you're getting into when you're purchasing a floor. We want you to be a wise spender of your own money.
Floors to Go showplace is northeast of Fort Worth on 121 north of Haltom Road. Mention this station and receive a free 8x10 100% wool rug with a minimum purchase of $2,500. Visit floorstogotexas.com.
Now let's get back to Real Estate Talk with your host, Willie Lambright.
Welcome back to Real Estate Talk. And, friend, this is our second hour each Saturday night, and real estate changes people's lives to the good. This is Floor Talk, brought to you by Floors to Go out of Haltom City, a guy that I think has forgotten more than I'll ever know when it comes to the flooring industry in your home. Write his number down, 817-710-730, and I'll tell you, if you think I'm pulling your chain, go out and call two other stores and get your bid, and then I want you to call Thurl. You'll be pleasantly surprised, 817-710-730. Thurl, talk to me about Shaw Industries, and I want to know some of the latest carpets that are coming out. I've got dogs, and I got just really aggravated one the other night. I went to church, and when I come back, and he left me a little deposit, right? Mm-hmm. And so are there carpets that are better conducive to that than not?
It wasn't a bank deposit?
No, it wasn't a bank deposit.
It's a Tootsie Roll.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. Thanks for asking. I'm not sure. Okay, so Shaw Industries makes a lot of products, but carpet is one of them. Uh-huh. And they're a pace setter in their industry. They actually extrude their own fibers, nylon fibers, that is, a fiber that can be turned back in and recycled to 6 again is their fiber. It's an ANSO product. But there's also a fiber out there that you've probably heard about before. It's called Stainmaster. It's been around for 30 years. Mm-hmm. But Stainmaster has invented a new fiber about 2 years ago, put it on the market, and it's called Pet Protect, okay? And it is exactly what it says. It's supposed to protect against pets. Matter of fact, Willie, speaking to your issue directly, it is guaranteed. Well, not your issue, but your dog's issue. Literally his issue. Huh? It is guaranteed against the 3 Ps that pets do. Uh-huh. I'll let you figure out what the 3 Ps are. Yeah. That's the slang that all pets do. They'll puke on the floor. And
you got the other thing.
So, and what this fiber is so unusual, it actually has a special ionic charge on it. Without getting glassy-eyed, but they're all millennials who really care and do research on products. It is a type of static charge that will not attract any pet fiber or lint or dander, and it allows it to be released when the vacuum cleaner comes over it. The problem with regular types of carpet, if there's some static electricity, and it can be below the threshold human sensitivity, but it will attract the pet hair and cling to it. And because it clings to it, it won't release when the vacuum cleaner passes over it. So this new Pet Protect product by Stainmaster, which is handled by Shaw, carried by Shaw Industries, they have designed this fiber into beautiful carpets with patterns and what we call Saxonies and loop and cut designs of all types. But it's really, and because this is a solution dyed fiber, what you don't know is that a solution dyed fiber is what's been going in commercial carpets for years and years. It's very hard to bleach. It's very hard to stain. Mm-hmm. Stuff cleans off of it with simple hot water. It's a really nice fiber. And 70% of America owns pets.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of our listeners in the audience have pets right now.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, if you're going to put new carpet in your home, and you do have a pet, I want you to call Thurl before you even think about doing that. As usual, we want you to go out and get 2 bids from other carpet vendors, and then call Thurl at 817-810-7030. Again, 817-710-7030. Before we carry on about Shaw Industries, as I get folks to know about rooms to go, or floors to go, not rooms to go, in Haltom City, you gave me a little note. It's like if you were in the studio right now, you'll see notes being passed back and forth. And it says, if you went to TCU or visited the campus anywhere in the past umpteen years,
25,
you know about floors to go. Tell me about that, Thurl.
Well, Texas Christian University has just been a client of mine for over 25 years. And before I started my own company, I was doing work for them and solving some of their problems. And so we've been able to install flooring, hard surface, carpet, different products, tile, all over that campus. And the campus has simply grown over the last 25 years by leaps and bounds since 2000.
Sure.
But they keep calling me back because we keep taking care of their issues that they have.
Now, I didn't go to TCU, and I'm kind of new to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I've only been here 10 years, right? And so that campus is purple and white?
That's correct.
Oh, thanks for enlightening me on that. So you make purple carpet.
Especially for them. Yeah.
Awesome.
Believe it or not, we have a lot of special products that have those colors in there for them.
Now, who makes that carpet for TCU that you guys use on there? Is it Shaw Industries?
Well, Shaw has put down we put down a lot of Shaw carpet in over there before. There are some other manufacturers that are involved in that as well. Yeah. But for the most part, really, any manufacturer, and Shaw is really good about doing customs, and if you have enough yardage and the budgeting, you can make specialized carpet.
Yeah. This is Floor Talk. Don't ever forget that we care about you, our listener. 817-710-730. Again, 817-710-7030. You got a lot of sevens in that number. Just an observation.
We don't seem to have a problem with it.
Now, you shouldn't. It's all me, right? I got to tell you, there's another guy sitting in the studio right now, and he's wearing a big old cowboy hat, and he is. I'm going to make sure I turn his mic on here. But he's a really smart guy about coming up with slogans. And you guys have all kinds of rugs and things in that store. And he told me during the break, we kind of visited a little bit tonight in the break room here. For you folks that listen to the ticket, probably heard about the great break room here at Cumulus. But you made a comment. You said a room without a rug is like a kiss without a hug. I want to welcome to the studio Tex Williams. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me, Willie.
You got all this stuff going on. You're just an amazing tech guy.
Well, I can't exactly take credit for the room without a rug. It's a kiss without a hug. My dad said that to me a long time ago when I was wee youngster.
Yeah.
But I can take credit for all the Facebook Live stuff that I'm doing right now.
Yeah, cool.
And I want to thank you all the folks that have already joined us and come in and off the show already. So.
Yeah. We want all the TCU alumni to know for you and your family where Floors to Go is in Haltom City. Here's what you write down. You write the phone number down, 817-710-730, or you can go to floorstogotexas.com. Again, floorstogotexas.com. What you got here, Therrell? This is a card that I can't read unless I got my cheaters on. So talk to me a little bit more about Shaw Industries. And when we come back, as we go to break, I'm going to tell you about some of the other distributors you guys have. And in general, again, as a reminder, for Dana and Therrell and Tex, or Dana, Therrell and Tex, I want you, our listener, to get to know them. This is a place you go for your home and your family. Tell me more about Shaw Industries.
Well, Shaw Industries makes many other products. They make engineered hardwood floors, and they make a variety of those products right there. We could talk a long time about those products. They also make tile, ceramic tile, porcelain tile, but Shaw Industries has done a real good job of keeping their manufacturing plant, and anything that they went overseas, they brought back to America. So they have a lot of made in America stuff. Some people that matters a lot. Some people it doesn't matter. If you're all about price, it doesn't matter. But I can tell you that all their products are all Carb 2 compliant. That's a California board product. But our competitors got in trouble over violating some of the standards that were set in California. Shaw does a very good job of setting standards. They do a very good job of marketing and making a product that's quality and reliability and deliver on time.
They stand behind everything. I mean, it's just a great company.
Here's what I want y'all to do, y'all being my listener. If you're in the market for carpet, hardwood floors, you name it, I want you to go out and get two prices, right? Do yourself and your family a favor. Get two prices. And when you get those prices, I want you to call this number, 817-710-730. I want you to ask for Therrell Williams, 817-710-730. Or you can go to floorstogotexas.com. You'll be pleasantly surprised. Therrell, when we come back, we're going to be talking about which distributor or which manufacturer.
For people,
what are we talking about?
We're going to be talking about professional flooring supplies for people who are do-it-yourselfers.
Yeah. Stick around. You know what, friend? We'll be back in a Willie Scotia.
We have one question
Okay.
On Facebook Live right now. Miss Clark writes, I've got 2 small kids and a 100-pound dog. I want wood, but will my dog ruin it with her nails?
Okay, when we go back, that question came in live. When we come back, I want him to read that question out loud.
You're going to read it.
You are live right now with Facebook.
We're live on Facebook.
If you're not satisfied with your new carpet or hardwood surface flooring within 60 days after installation, they'll tear it up and replace it for free, including labor. That's a bold claim from Floors to Go, Fort Worth's premier floor covering showplace. Floors to Go founder, Fort Worth native Therrell Williams reflects on 30 years in the flooring business.
There's not a problem we haven't seen. There's not a question we can't answer about flooring.
Floors to Go sells and installs the high-quality brand names you know and trust in hardwoods, exotic wood, stone, tile, and carpet. From names like Shaw, Armstrong, Mohawk, and Bruce. They offer in-home free estimates and interest-free financing. Therrell knows that purchasing a floor is no small matter.
We want you to fully understand what you're getting into when you're purchasing a floor. We want you to be a wise spender of your own money.
Floors to Go showplace is northeast of Fort Worth on 121 north of Haltom Road. Mention this station and receive a free 8x10 100% wool rug with a minimum purchase of $2,500. Visit floorstogotexas.com.
those other companies. They leave this out. They leave that out.
Okay.
Okay. And just a correction, she's saying that you're saying 730. That just so you knew.
Yeah, he did say 730.
Yeah.
70-30.
70-30.
That's
Just slow it down and say
70-30.
Right.
Or just 70-30. But you did say a little fast, and the 70 sounded like 730.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about Stainmaster pad either. Didn't throw that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's a good one because she's got the question about the dogs.
Now let's
Okay,
get
we'll
back
just
to
come back
real
to
estate talk with your host, Willie Lambright.
Welcome back to Real Estate Talk. And I got to tell you, friend, this is my our first rattle out of the chute with this great company. And if I've missaid the phone number, it's 817-710-7030. 817-710-7030. You know, Willie, I've been here for 10 years, and sometimes I don't know where I'm going with all this stuff. Now, Tex, we have a live caller, and they have a question.
That's correct. On Facebook, we're broadcasting live, and Miss Clark writes, I've got 2 small kids and a 100-pound dog. I want wood, but will my dog ruin it with her nails?
Daryl, there you go.
That is a very good question.
We hear it all the time.
And we hear it all the time. You know, when the dog approaches 100 pounds, it's really easy to say, wood is beautiful, but it is still wood. It can scratch and it can dent.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's just, you can try to sell them a hand scrape looking floor and tell them it's going to hide, but ultimately a 100-pound dog, you're not going to hide some things. And so here's the good news. The good news is that person should come into my store and see these floors that I have laid down there. You know, I've got all these real engineered wood floors laid, and I have in disguise some of these new luxury vinyl products.
That
you did it to me.
That don't scratch.
That don't scratch. And yeah, you testified that we did it to you, and you couldn't pick out the real one from the other one. And with today's technology of digital camera imaging, everybody understands that because a lot of people have high-tech phones and their cameras are getting better. Well, the manufacturers are doing the same thing and putting a really good photograph with texture and feeling and knot holes that you can touch and feel and see, and making them look so good that a lot of people cannot tell the difference. And you can run the dog on them all day long.
Tex, did that answer your question?
I believe that answered Mrs. Clark's question. We've got another 3 people that have joined us, and we'll see if they bring in some questions.
Yeah. Talk to me, Therrell, a little bit about professional flooring supplies.
Well, I want to speak to the listeners out there in the audience that are doing things themselves. If they only have 2 choices of the 2 major box stores for flooring, you go in there and you need stuff to put down. You need trowels if you're going to be spreading glue or setting materials for tile. You're going to need transition pieces. Transition pieces are sort of a last minute, oh my gosh, what are we going to do here when this floor meets another different type of dissimilar floor?
That is really important. That finishes it. That makes it beautiful.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got height level issues and so forth. And so my company purchases a lot of things from Professional Flooring Supply. Now, they're a company worth going down to see on your lunch hour, taking off a little bit early on work to go get the very things you need, because they have all kinds of tools. They have all kinds of supplies. If you have one floor that's higher than another floor, they can sell you the products to help you raise one floor up. And I know this is radio and it's not all visual. You can float a floor up, if you will, that's the expression we use. And you can there's a lot of transitions that you can put down. There are metals.
You can stain it if it needs to be next to your wood. It can be stained the exact color.
They have special setting materials. They have grouts. They have everything the professional flooring installer needs. And the reason I'm using them is because when you go to the other guys, you have a very limited product line to choose from. And if you go there and you just say you got a 7-foot opening, well, I can guarantee you they're going to have a 3-foot stick for you to fix a 7-foot opening. But if you go to professional flooring supplies, they're going to have something big. They're going to have a 10 or a 12-foot stick of whatever to fix whatever you need.
Right.
And if they don't have it, we can help you get those types of things. But we ensure that people get the right thing, because the details matter when you're finishing a floor. We've been in a lot of houses that somebody did it themselves, and you
can actually see it. I've seen
it. $1 million houses you go in.
There's gaps between this floor and that floor, and it's like, hey, there's something missing there. I know what's missing.
Yep.
But somebody just didn't have the want to go do it right.
Or they didn't know.
Or they didn't know how. Yeah, they didn't know what to do, where to get it.
We have another question that has come in.
Yeah.
If you want distressed wood, is it better to buy a solid and have it hand distressed in your house, or is it better to buy a pre-finished engineered wood?
That's a good question.
That's a very good question, because you're dealing with two different animals in the products, and I say that. So for the people looking and shopping for hardwood floors, let me see if I can make it real simple. When you buy an engineered floor, it is pre-finished out of the box with an extremely long warranty on it, some 25, some 30, and some 50 years. They're going to glue down directly on the floor.
No mess.
You're going to have
a small amount of mess.
A very small amount of mess. And if you get the right tools, you can actually cut these in the house, and there's no sawdust. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother lesson right there. But if you do the downside is you may only have 7 or 8 colors to pick from. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's go over to the real sand and finish wood. Real sand and finish wood. When you are retrofitting a home with nail down sand and finish wood, what people don't realize is that you're going to be raising all your baseboards 1.5 inches. Now, 1.5 inches is very significant, and that wood is going to have to acclimate in the house at least 10 days. 14 is ideal, and then it's going to have to be sanded. I know there are dustless sanding machines out there, but for the most part, 80% of the industry does not have a dustless collection, and the home will be filled with dust, and you will have to hire a professional crew to clean your floor.
I've seen it.
And the good news is you can scrape it. You can do a light scrape, medium scrape, with the grain or against the grain, because it all looks different. And we make up custom boards for people so they can see that difference. And I have them at my store. If you came in to see, we can show you what it looks like. But then you can custom color it to a certain extent with stains. So that is the advantage, that you can custom color. Now, there's also a kind of a hybrid floor that goes in between those two, in that it's an engineered glue-down floor with a very thick veneer on top that you can glue it down. It only takes 24 hours to acclimate the wood. You can glue it down. With the right glue, you can start scraping and sanding the very next day. Mm-hmm. So, and then you can custom do your floor, but it will not raise your baseboards 1.5 inches. It only will raise them up about 1/2 inch or less.
I got you.
Yeah.
Did that answer your question, Tex?
It did answer the question.
Yeah. If you're just joining us, I want you to go to check out floorstogotexas.com or reach out to him at Thurl Williams at 817-710-7030, 817-710-7030. Tell me a little bit about what's the name of this company?
Mapei.
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 I think I went there one time. Bombay. I don't know.
Actually, this is that is a worldwide industry. Even though they make products here in the States, that is another company that makes a lot of setting materials for tile, and they make specialized grout, and they make all kinds of glues for wood glues. For example, a lot of people use thin set. For all the do-it-yourselfers out there, they think they need to go buy a thin set to set their tile with. Well, thin set is good for 12 by 12 tile and smaller which was good for the last 30 years. But now the tiles are bigger and larger, and you need a better setting material. Well, Mapei has what you need. They have large format tile adhesives. They have medium bed mortars so that your tile doesn't collapse your setting material. They have their wood glues that they have are designed to hold back the moisture or prevent the moisture from coming through in a concrete slab.
That's very important.
Thank you.
Really important.
It's real important. We have to do a test on the concrete slab. Most of our competitors do not do a test on the concrete slab. And if you don't do the test and you use the wrong adhesive, your wood floor can buckle, because every house is a little bit different in terms of the moisture content in a concrete slab. Interesting.
You Facebookers, make sure you join us out as we're going live right now. How do they get their text? I don't know. I'm still in the beeper age.
It's okay. All those millennials know how to get on Facebook.
Yeah.
We'll educate you after the
Hey, we got one more segment as we come to the top of the hour here on Floor Talk. Make sure you join us on Facebook, or you can go to floortogotexas.com. 817-710-7030, 817-710-7030. Get your questions to us. Stick around. We'll be back in a Willie Skosh.
Nice.
There is another question that has come up. Do you have a lot of selections that I can choose from?
No, if you ever come to the showroom,
You can't ever leave the show. You were coming every time. You got 3 clients off this one show.
Actually, we've got over 10 people that have joined each minute.
You're coming every time.
You're coming every time.
Here's what I think is
Let's start bringing along cut. All right.
So you said you didn't like the live stuff. I guess you like the live stuff.
Something just came on to me, man. We're about to do another show. If we do it next Wednesday, we need to start telling the Facebookers, join us Wednesday.
I already did it last night. I even sent you an invite too, but you didn't click on it.
Get on Facebook.
I know
Tex, let me ask Tex a technical question. So I know it's pre-recorded, but they're going to hear us Saturday night about live event. Do we need to say on the air that they're...
If you're not satisfied with your new carpet or hardwood surface flooring within 60 days after installation, they'll tear it up and replace it for free, including labor. That's a bold claim from Floors to Go, Fort Worth's premier floor covering showplace. Floors to Go founder, Fort Worth native Thurl Williams reflects on 30 years in the flooring business.
There's not a problem we haven't seen. There's not a question we can't answer about flooring.
Floors to Go sells and installs the high-quality brand names you know and trust in hardwoods, exotic wood, stone, tile, and carpet. From names like Shaw, Armstrong, Mohawk, and Bruce. They offer in-home free estimates and interest-free financing. Thurl knows that purchasing a floor is no small matter.
We want you to fully understand what you're getting into when you're purchasing a floor. We want you to be a wise spender of your own money.
Floors to Go showplace is northeast of Fort Worth on 121 north of Haltom Road. Mention this station and receive a free 8x10 100% wool rug with a minimum purchase of $2,500. Visit floorstogotexas.com.
This is our last segment. Yeah.
Why don't when you come on back, I'll explain the Facebook thing real quickly, and then you can even say, well, hey, Tex, do we have any questions? Because we do. Do you have a lot of selections? I'll just say this question's for Dana, to get Dana to talk a little bit more, and she can also say that as well.
we made the showroom short because they lost me in the back of it. So now everything's real short. So I'm not sitting at the back, you know, twiddling my thumbs. They know where I am.
And I can put a tag up here on the bottom where everybody goes to like the page and stuff.
You got to do that. You can't let him go.
Yes.
All right.
I'm not coming back.
As far as you know. Oh yeah. And you're going to bring every guy from Professional Flooring Service, Mapei, and Mannington, and they're all going to pay for your show. Yes. That's what we're going to do.
Yep. Now let's get back to Real Estate Talk with your host, Willie Lambright.
Welcome back to Real Estate Talk. Man, we thank you, our Facebook viewers and likers, I guess, and our listener this Saturday night. Actually, we got two versions of the show. Tex, I know we probably got some questions. But for folks, I think next Wednesday, I think around 1 o'clock, we're going to redo this show, the next version of it. Tell our Facebookers how we can get to that, the whole shooting match.
That's correct. So this show will obviously go out on the air on Saturday evenings over 5:70 a.m. However, every week when we actually tape the show, we'll go live with Facebook Live. If the folks would visit our actual Facebook page, which is www.facebook.com/floorpartners. I say again, /floorpartners. Just put that all in there. Like the page, and it will give you an automatic notification when we're actually taping live in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
And you can feel free to write in any kind of questions you have, and we will answer them right here.
Yeah. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give the number out, and then we have a question, don't we, Tex?
We sure do.
Let me give that number, 817-710-7030, 817-710-7030. Ask for Thurl Williams. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, this question actually is for Dana. Do you have a lot of selections I can choose from?
Oh, it's endless. We are constantly adding new displays and changing the floors. We're in the process now. If you come in, some floors are beautiful and some are empty because we're putting down new floors. And the selection's just endless. Just endless. We keep up with, or we're ahead of the curve sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I said before that when women come in, do-it-yourselfers or contractors, we have a lot of women contractors. We don't talk down to them. Our reps are good to them. Everybody that we have at the store, in fact, I was a customer before I worked for Thurl, and I liked them so much, and Thurl was gracious enough to offer me a job just out of the clear blue. So that's how that turned out. But it's a wonderful place.
Yeah, thank you, dear. Yes, sir.
And our next question, we have, what kind of carpet would you put in a kid's playroom? Are there fun patterns like on HGTV?
That's a thorough question right there.
Well, as a matter of fact, there are. There is a company out there called Joy Carpets, and it sounds like what it says, Joy Carpets. And they have a lot of patterns for children. And now they're specialized, and they have fun little things on the patterns. You can get them with little roads and towns and villages to a certain extent. You can get them that have alphabet type things on them. It's
movie popcorn for your theater room. It's just all fun stuff. Just fun stuff.
And they go to where?
Well, they need to come see me. It's a very specialized company, and they just need to come see us.
You know, when I was over there at Thurl, you showed me a lot of rugs and stuff that you have, and it was all fun stuff. So yeah, it makes sense. 817-710-7030. Call Thurl, and they'll fix you up in the baby room. Tell me about Mannington.
Well, Mannington is another leader in the industry. One reason I like them is they're a 100-year-old company. There's not another single company we deal with that's 100 years old, and they turned 100 last year. And what I like about them is they're also an industry leader. They're innovative. They hold several patents on flooring. For example, this new flooring that's sort of taking the place of laminate. They hold the patent on embedding aluminum oxide into the finish. Aluminum oxide, for the listeners out there, is the same thing they use to make sandpaper out of. Now, your floor is not a piece of sandpaper, but it is, think of it as a talcum powder, if you will, and it's embedded into the surface so that you can scratch it. Earlier, we were talking about the 100-pound dog. You can scratch this. You can scratch the floor all you want to, but it's not going to leave any marks. Mm-hmm. It wears extremely well. And they make a full line of hardwood. They make a full line of luxury vinyl tiles. They make a full line of carpet, and they also handle commercial carpet. Mm-hmm. So they're an innovative company with very aggressive things, and they have made a decision to handle quality products. And you won't find them in the big box stores because they've made a decision not to sell the big box stores, because the big box stores put pressure on manufacturers to lower the cost for people, and they have to sometimes under-engineer a product. Mannington has a tendency to over-engineer a product so it will last a very long time.
You got a question, don't you, Tex?
Yes, actually, it was a follow-up question to the carpet in the playroom.
Okay.
And the question is it durable and easy to clean?
Yes. First of all, I know that the carpets that this one particular company makes, this Joy Carpets, everything they make is 100% nylon. And for cleanability, nylon is still the very best and strongest fiber there is out there. We kind of have a joke out there about all the different kind of fiber types. And when you go to climb a mountain, if you go buy climbing ropes from REI, they're only made out of nylon. They're not made out of any other
Parachutes.
fiber. Parachutes. They're made out of nylon. Your strength is important. And so these products clean well, and they're good for kids.
Yeah.
And tell them what kind of cleaning we want you to use.
That's actually good, because all manufacturers recommend hot water extraction. Hot water extraction is just that. There's no soaps, there's no chemicals, and we are partnered up with through My Flooring Warranty to send friendly reminders that if you buy this carpet, this manufacturer recommends you get it cleaned every 18 months. Another manufacturer recommends you get it cleaned every 12 months or 24 months, excuse me. And that's actually partnered up and backed up by Dalworth Carpet Cleaning, who's a major company here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, really over Texas, but here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area is where their home is. And Dalworth does a really good job. As a matter of fact, if anybody listens to this program, they can come by and get a $25 coupon from our store that's a discount off of Dalworth Carpet Cleaning. And they clean anything besides carpet. They clean everything besides carpet. I mean, they clean tile.
Drapes, that kind of stuff.
Drapes, upholsteries, rugs.
Hey, they clean grapes in your house.
If the kids drop them, they probably would clean them.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to come to the top of the hour here. I got to tell you, what a great company. And the real good news is that each Saturday night for the rest of the year here from 7 to 8 o'clock, you're going to hear Floor Talk by Floors to Go. You just can't get a better place than what the 14 years Therrell's put into building this great company. I want you to join us. I want to all of our Tex, we got any more Facebookers out there? Got a question?
We still have some Facebook folks that are logged on just listening to us for right now, but we're doing good.
Make sure you join us this Wednesday. I believe it's going to be at 1 o'clock. Go to the Facebook page and like it, and Tex will update you on everything. Dana, I tell you, you did a great job, tonight. Good company. What I was really excited about when you guys came on board is on my radio program, I had it going for 10 years, and I really like the family eyeball-to-eyeball relationship building that this company stands for. It's a testament to Therrell, Dana, and Tex. All of y'all work as a team from the top down for the number one reason we're all in business, and that's for you, the customer. And at the end of the day, we're going to give you a quality product at a quality price. Write their number down if you're shopping for any of their hardwood floors, carpet, you name it. We'll tell you about something on one of their shows. One Saturday night, it'll be good for you and your family. 817-710-7030. Again, 817-710-7030 for the Facebookers. We'll be back next Wednesday. And we will be back next Saturday night here on Floor Talk. And by the way, tomorrow morning, I'm on 570 KLIF from 10 to 11. Make sure you join me there. Real estate indeed changes people's lives to the good, and that's what I'm all about. I want to thank our guest. I want to thank you, our listener, for joining us, and I'm going to close this hour out by saying, if you've been to the big box stores and it didn't quite work out, think about what I'm about to tell you. Friend, the second kick by a mule is not a lesson. Go see my friends at Floors to Go. Texas.com, 817-710-7030. That's a wrap. I'm out. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
The preceding program was furnished by Real Estate Talk and is responsible for its content.